Hello and welcome to episode number 12 of our 2.11 Black Sun campaign. We're going to continue on with our push towards the west and take out the rest of these rebel planets before we continue pushing further west to take on even more as well. We have recaptured the space over Seleucami. We're going to hold our defensive force over top of Seleucami for right now as we continue to build up our space stations there. We're still building up our space stations over here at Nimban and Sleheron as we're looking to further expand how many planets that we have ship refrigerators on, because we're not going to build ship refrigerators on Seleucami anymore. Over here we have a couple of missions that we're going to do real quick. We need to get rid of all 4 of our Black Sun elite platoons, which is really rough. Now we will get some Mark II destroyer droids, which is pretty good, but losing all 4 of these guys, especially since there are only units that we can currently have that help us out in raids. So now our raids have nothing but heroes, which is really, really rough. So we're going to go ahead and sell off all of them. And then we have one more mission. Where do these guys come? Okay, on Zar. That's pretty good. Neutralize targets. We need to get rid of 2 high-profile enemies, either heroes, agents, or freighters, which is really good. And we're actually going to get some Nikto mercenaries, which I haven't used before, so I'm excited to do that mission at least. Not excited about that last mission of getting rid of our only units capable of raiding. Hopefully when we get Tech D, which is only a minute and 11 seconds away for IG-88, we will have access to new units capable of raiding. Here's the Mark II droidicas. Let's go ahead and put them over Utapau. I've currently got my fleet moving over Crate because we're going to take Azamine Station before we take on Silas Bond. But if you look at Silas Bond, it has a massive space force. A lot of stations, which is going to be tough, but it has 2 MC-75s and 2 twin blade frigates and 2 assault freighters too, or Alliance assault frigates, AAFs. They're really, really good close range units, as well as a DP-20, a GR-75. So they got a little bit of support there as well. So that is going to be a really, really tough battle. But my fleet now has access to Providences. It also now has access to the Munificents. So I think Munificents are going to do a fantastic job in this battle. It's going to be a tough battle. We're going to take casualties. It's going to be rough, but I think that will be okay. Oh wow, they are hitting Trandoja with a lot of stuff. Wow, they have nothing but tanks, and we're not going to get anything. So we're going to lose this battle. There's no point in us even trying this battle, because we're not going to win. They have too many tanks, and there's nothing that those Black Sun outposts can do to provide us any sort of tanks. So honestly, I'm okay with losing Trandoja. We don't need Trandoja. It'll have more access to them attacking the Empire, which is fine with me. Let's go ahead and I guess we can invest the credits into building our space stations on here. And then the Maw. I guess we'll save what credits we have until we get Tech D, because once we get Tech D, we'll be obviously spending a lot of credits. My fleet is sitting over Order Platonia. Let's go ahead and send them over to Crate. Got some more Droidicas being built. Here are some of... Oh, I didn't mean to build these guys. Just spread your corruption to following, that's fine. I really want access to these guys, because these are the guys that I need in order to kill off some of those enemy heroes that I needed to do. I don't even know what the Nikto platoons even are, the mercenaries. I think that might be the other unit that is new to the game, new to the mod, which is always exciting. Order Platonia is making us a decent amount of credits, but Utapau is not. How about because I put the wrong thing on there? If I build a couple of those... No, it actually looks like it might be costing us credits, so we need to be careful of this. We will definitely make sure that we keep an eye out for that. And then on all that, we are building a space station here to help defend. Let's get some racketeering on that planet. We also now have the Naboo ground units, which is pretty cool. That'll actually help us out a lot, because I feel like, I don't know, what are these called officially? The Swamp Speeders and the Revenant Speeders, they're okay. They're pretty good. I like Seraphs more, probably. Oh, look at that. We have enough units now to where we're actually tripping out. We'll get rid of this Minotaur. And we'll send that Minotaur up to my defense fleets. I don't need you here as well. What else do I want to get rid of? I don't need triremes in this fleet. Everything else can stay. So we're going to send this force over to my defensive fleets up in the north. All the way up to Seleucami. Seleucami, going to get your level 2 space station going. And then what do I want to build here? It doesn't give me access to the Sky Daggers. Is a Sky Dagger only available for Prince Caesar? I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. That's fine. Let's go and get the space battle over Azimut Station going. On Geonosis. Can I build... No, I can't build Sky Dagger. So it looks like the Sky Dagger might only be available for Prince Caesar, which is tough. I'm thinking we build one of those and two of those. These guys have a lot of... If you look, they have the mass drivers, the 4 heavy mass drivers, so they have like some long range abilities. So hopefully this one will get placed in the best spot so I can defend the XQ3 and then have the Fire Stars just kind of support me, but who knows what the layout will look like. We're going to do this space battle over Azimut Station. Azimut Station is a unique orbital space station produced by the construction yards, which is suspended over a volcanic planet in the Garrus sector. It is registered to the Azimut family, founders of a successful shipping company named Twin Suns Transport Services. The family maintains a small defense force of Tuscan fighters and are rebel sympathizers for the most part. They also own the nearby Twin Suns service station, which is large enough for large starships to dock at. Cool. The Twin Suns is obviously, I guess, a reference to Naboo. Doesn't really tell us, but you would assume that's where it is. They got something over here. I'm down to go check it out. Let's go send them over there. Give me... Actually, we're already fine. Let's test out what we got when it comes to these guys. What is your fighter? We're going to bring him in, just why not? This battle shouldn't be difficult. So he's a regular Captor, except he also comes with 1 aggressor unit, which is pretty solid. Looks like they are rebel sympathizers right off the bat. Oh, actually it says it's abandoned, so maybe this is capturable. Yeah, it is capturable. Maybe that Tuscan unit went and got him. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring in a couple of refit Minotaurs. We'll bring in 1 more Providence. So his Providence is a regular Providence, or does it also come with an aggressor? No, he has droid fighters, and he also comes with an aggressor as well, so that's pretty good. Yes, I do. I need some rebels exterminated, my friend. What else do I want to bring in? Let's bring in a refit acclimator. Let's go with a group of Longhorns in the back. And then we can have 1 Eddie Light Cruiser come in. So we're still a pretty bulky force. Looking for more... I'm not sure yet. Maybe some refit Requisants would be pretty solid for this fleet. Because right now I feel like we're a pretty bulky fleet, which I don't know if that's what we want right now. Having the carriers, like especially the Providences, we've got a few fighters, which is pretty good, especially for a battle like this where they're going to have a lot of fighters. Having those extra fighters is not going to be bad. What do you provide? You provide a 5% combat bonus for all ships and a 10% bonus to all frigates. He provides a 10% bonus for all ships and 10% bonus for all capital ships. That's pretty good. He also has an AAT. I want to see what he is like on the ground. Go ahead and just sit still. You're fine. You can kind of swing in. You stop moving for me. Longhorns can chill out. All fighters just go crazy. Go nuts. There's still... Oh, wait. This is not a free unit. Let's try and actually pull these M1s out. I don't know if they're going to make it out of there. M1s are good, but they're not invincible. And they just died. Let's bring in some elite fighters, because why not? That's pretty much all we need left right now. It's just a few elite fighters to help out. Oh, by the way, we finally got the activate composite beam. Let's try that out. Hit this, activate composite beam. Pretty good, pretty good. A lot of my heavy turbo lasers hit right at the same time. so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how much it does. I think the composite beam in this mod is slightly underwhelming, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that it's not like super overpowered, which is fine with me. Like I said, I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's mostly there, from my experience, it's mostly there just to provide like a little bit more damage. So it's not going to like blow anything away, so to speak, but it will provide some extra damage, which is pretty good. It's about all you could ask for, you know. Some additional damage. Oh yeah, I like how they put the XT1 and they gave it the project shield ability. I think that's a really, really nice detail. Makes it a lot more useful. Man, these MC40s are tanky. Look at that, 5,000 shields for a cruiser. For a very small cruiser. It's even a frigate class. That CR90 is going to get away, isn't it? You know? Power to weapon systems. Yeah, look at it. It's definitely a frigate because of how many turbo lasers are missing it right now. Try droids. Do y'all have like the... What do y'all have? They have a Discord missile. There it goes. Y'all just saw it right there. That's pretty cool. Concussion missiles or Discord missile. What does that mean? I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and push forward. They'll retreat pretty soon here. I think now, like I said, now that we have IGD-8, our fleet is very good. Our fleet is very diverse. I can bring in whatever I need to bring in when it comes to the battle. I now have a battle-specific fleet. If they have a lot of fighters, cool. I can bring in a bunch of Eddy cruisers, CM90s, Coronas, M1s, elite fighters. If they have a capital ship-heavy fleet, fine by me. We now have all sorts of refit Venators. We have battle cruisers. We have Providences. We've got Munificents and such for long-range battles. Now we have finally hit like that stride that we're looking for. So we can just have a very, very diverse fleet. Let's get my fighters to push up ahead. Fighters go crazy. I'm still looking for that like blow me away fighter. Like M1 starfighters are great because they're good, but they only have a 5 build cap. I want a fighter that I can build 30 of, and then whenever I need just fighters, I can just pop them out. Kind of like what I have with these bombers, and yet I've not used them yet. But eventually I will. There's the composite beam once again. So you can see it kind of gets like a steady stream of damage, but it's not super impressive. Not super impressive by any means. Surprised they haven't retreated. There it is. What is this? Oh, it's just more Minox. So I wonder if there's going to be an elite fighter unit that I can have. Maybe like when I get to Tiber Zahn, we can use Mandalorian fighters, and that will be my elite fighter. I should have pulled them back way sooner. Once I found out that that station wasn't capturable, I should have got them out of there. Not the end of the world. I got a lot of these freighters. I don't ever build freighters. They get in the way and they're kind of annoying. I don't need the credits. But I've got a ton of these freighters from doing missions. But yeah, they just kind of get in the way, which is annoying. I need to build some Gazantes. That is something I do need. But a bunch of Gazantes, because now we have the Buzz Droid ability. Because once again, we have been stealing technology. Which, by the way, we have our heroes back. So you go over to Umbara, and you're not back quite yet. Perfect. Uh-oh. Tech D has arrived, baby. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. We got some Looser Hulk battle cruisers, or battleships. They have a build limit of 3. This is obviously the massive main dreadnought ship of IG-88's Droid Revolution. Kind of like the battle cruiser, the Magnator battle cruiser is for the Caesar. So it's 28,500 credits, has a build limit of 3. It has 2x8 Z95s, 3x12 cloak-shaped squadrons, and 4 squadrons of V-wings with 16 in reserve. So this thing is what it is called. Its role is an endurance carrier, which is really, really good. It's really good at that role. It has a lot of fighters for a very long time. It also is pretty good with long-range weaponry. It has 16 long-range light quad turbo lasers, 8 more light range or light long-range turbo lasers, 8 more regular ones. So this got like 32 long-range light turbo lasers, and it also has a bunch of flak weapons as well. So that's pretty good. We also have unlocked refit recusants, which is pretty good. They are really good at close range. So you can see they have 8 long-range close... I just said that wrong. 8 light close-range dual turbo lasers, 4 heavy 2-burst dual laser cannons. Okay, that's laser cannons, not turbo lasers. So it's pretty good at close range. As a role as a brawler, and it looks like it's got some decent armor. It also has heavy armor, which is pretty good. Where's a regular one? What do you have? They have light armor, so that's the difference. It has 2,000 more hull, and it has heavy armor versus light armor. So I'm gonna try and build up some of these, and we're gonna see just how good they are. But check that out. We are actually out of population space. We did run into that issue when we were playing as the Empire. Eventually, we ran out of population space, so I might have to build some of these tech droid thingies around. I should probably just build the amusement stations. Yeah, let's just get some amusement stations. And we'll start spreading those around on certain planets so that we can have more space. Let's continue to look at what we unlocked fleet-wise. We did unlock the refit Providences, which are also... They're a torpedo boat roll. They have 6 large 2-burst proton bombs. Wow, that's deadly. 4 heavy large proton torpedoes, also really deadly. And it has the ability run blockade. Oftentimes when you're looking at a ship, you can tell what its role is by the ability. So this thing is literally meant to spawn in, run right at the enemy, and just bomb them to hell, if you will. And just bomb the crap out of them. So we're going to have to try out these guys. They're only, hear me out, these refit Providences are only useful against capital ships and space stations. Don't even try to have them shoot at anything less than that, because they will not hit them with the proton bombs or the heavy large proton torpedoes. That is a very important detail when using these guys. But once 13,000 credits is also pretty cheap because they're probably going to die. But hear me out. The best time to use these against is Home 1, Bellators, Mandators, Piet, anything like that that is just going to be really tanky, really hard to hit. That's what you want to use them on. That's pretty cool. Ship Trader doesn't look like we unlocked much. We did get the XX777 droid corvette. It has stun ion cannons. It has light close range turbo lasers, so it's a disabler destroyer role. And interesting. So it's kind of like a... So the XXX was developed as a completely autonomous droid ship, but the first prototype simply entered hyperspace and never returned. Wow, that's crazy. And the project was abandoned as a failure. However, successful hacking attempts allowed IG-88 to access the ship plans and then adjusted its programming for his own use, making the reworked a viable support ship. That's so funny. They said, here, it's literally AI, and the AI just said, nope, we're jumping to hyperspace and we're never coming back. That's absolutely hilarious. That's not terrifying with what's been going on in actual Earth AI. Cool. That's the only ship that it has, though. I don't see any sort of elite fighters going on the ship refitter side of things. Do we have any sort of elite fighters? It does not look like it. So if you know of anything that I'm missing in the space-wise, drop a comment. Let me know. Let's take a look at the ground. So on the ground, we have unlocked the IG-86 Sentinel droid platoons. These cold and calculated killing machines utilize sniper rifles to eliminate their targets from a distance, but remain immune to the ambush themselves thanks to their 360-degree vision and fully rotatable torsos. We got to see a lot of that in the Clone Wars series. We also now have access to Mark II destroyer droids, as well as these different robots that I won't probably use at all. So right now we don't have any more space. We need to definitely try and work on that. Let me take a real quick look around. So Ukio, can you build any of those? Yes, you can. Gamor, go ahead and build a couple. Void Station, why not? So that'll give us a little bit of a head start so that we get some population space. It did take a lot of my credits, but that is okay. What do I want to do about the space battle over Solus Mine? We need to strategically plan for this battle. I'm going to try and take 0 casualties in this battle. I'm going to really focus really hard and try and do this battle as if I was not commentating over it. So I'm thinking, okay, let's do, I'm going to start out with a Providence out front. And I really like what he has. IG-88's C version, because it has a 10% bonus for all ships, which is not something that we've had so far. Also, check this out. IG-88D Looser Hulk. He has 5 with 20 in reserve Vulture Squadrons, 3 and 12 Tri-Fighter Squadrons, 2 and 8 Hyenas, and 2 Aggressor Assault Fighters. That is what I like to call a carrier. He also has a 15% bonus for all ships. And on the ground, doesn't look like it says what he does on the ground. So we might have to build him just so that we can see what he has on the ground. Also, it's here that we can build a building of 5 Aggressor Assault Fighters. So we'll have to build those guys, because look at that. They're really good. 40 shield, 60 hull is very good. Little slower than the M1s, but not too bad. And it looks like they have more dedicated anti-fighter weaponry. So that's pretty good. We'll have to definitely build up those guys. But once again, I'm looking for a fighter that doesn't have a limit on how many I can build. Because knowing me, I'll use all 5 of them, lose them all in one battle, and then I'll proceed to take forever before I build some more of them and send them to the front lines. Oh, I should have brought some Gazantes in for this battle. That would have been pretty cool. But we'll be able to see that later on. Also, are you back yet? No, but you are. I'm broke. Lovely. So I won't have any more technology in this battle, but coming soon, we will have some more technology. Gulp some water. Ooh, okay. This is going to be a good battlefield. Okay, they got another capital ship. That's important to know, because I'll probably bring in more capital ships myself then. Let's make sure that we get all your fighters kind of joining up. What the heck is that? Let me get you and you and you to go after this. I want to see this battle. I actually really like the sound of these Droids. You get to use them a little bit in like Star Wars The Complete Saga, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. Great game. Made my childhood, as well as Battlefront 2. So there's those other missiles. Yeah, they shoot buzz droids. Check that out. That's really cool. But I want to see how we can do against some X-Wings, because X-Wings are some pretty elite fighters. Something managed to debuff them, which is good. But they're just running away. We've killed one of them. We're starting to deal some damage, but those missiles... Wow, those missiles actually managed to make it. So Tri-Droids could be a really, really good unit. They also have 8 per squad. Oh, look at that. 2 health, 2 hull, 0 shields. So they are pathetic on their own. Alright, let's see here. I need some more sensor range. I need a unit that gives me sensor range. Let's bring in one of you. I need to build some regular acclimators. I was actually thinking about that before this battle, and this would be perfect to have a regular acclimator. Bring in the regular acclimator, kill this, have the arcs from that come in, excuse me, to provide me some more sensor range. Okay, what else do I want? Let me get, I'm thinking maybe like 1 refit munificence. And then let's push you guys up there. I'm thinking probably a couple of munificence. See if we can manage to take out their twin blades with just my guys. And then let's go regular Providence up here. I wish you were not as pushed up as you are. Let me get a refit Venator for some more regular damage. Y'all are gonna be my group 4. Group 4 targets this twin blade frigates. I hate how they just suicide in like that. I don't know why they do that. Alright, just stand still for me. At some point we're going to need some Coronas probably in this battle. So I might just leave what I have out there. I was going to have you guys all target the whole of this ship. How did my fighters do? They did very well. Good job. Let me get this, and this to be my group 2. So group 2 and group 4. Y'all can just target this thing. They should be able to take that out very easily. I need you to stop because I don't want you to die. They've got their fighters and bombers pushing in. Let's go get a Corona up here. Let me get an Eddie light cruiser over here. Let me get a second Corona back here. And that should be pretty good. Got the rest of our fighters pushing in to help out as well. Bombers, just go after something. I don't even really care. You push forward, and you slightly push forward as well. What is up with Group 2? Group 2, why are you pushing in so far? Okay, new plan. Group 2, go after the AAF. Group 4, which I now changed to Group 3. Group 3, go after the hull. Good, you need to stop moving. You're doing pretty good. You're in range as well. Gonna boost your firepower, why not? Have we taken the shields out yet? No. How are we doing it on accuracy? Most of the shots seem to be hitting. A few of them are missing. That's about as good as you can expect. Not doing the best in the fighter battle, but I think we're going to outlast them because they don't really have any sort of counter to our fighters. Or our anti-fighter units, at least. Nice. We managed to mow down some of those guys. Let me get Group 2 to focus on this next AAF. I think that's probably the best unit. Group 3, try now to do what you can against the whole of this ship way over here. Yeah, it looks like their DP-20 ran away, which is fine with me. Can we focus on these H-Wings? Those are the heaviest bombers they have. Let's get that Eddie light cruiser to turn around and see if we can help take out the rest of these bombers as well. Oops, not mean to just do that. Okay, we're dealing a lot of damage to him because he's hitting by the other broadside of my units, which is fine. Group 3, you can close that. Group 3, keep fighting at this thing. What are the shields and health like? So 3,000, 4,500, and 3,500 and 6,000. So the refits do have more health. Also, they just brought two dreadnoughts behind us somehow. Don't know how they managed to do that. Let's have Group 2 change their targets and kill off this MC-75. Man, a lot of stuff's really close to dying, but it's just not dead yet. Which is very dangerous. How did you manage to get all the way over there? Turn around, just... He's got enough health that he should be able to turn around. Yeah, definitely gonna lose this refit, or this regular Minotaur, which is fine. I can rebuild that. How are you doing? You're doing fine, but they still got a lot of bombers just wreaking havoc over here. Eddie light cruiser, come on, Bubba. He's taking them out. Slowly. I wish it was faster. Okay, we lost that Minotaur. How do I want to take on these dreadnoughts? Let's get a couple of them. And then I need some more anti-fighter units. So I guess let's go with another Corona. I also wanted to bring in enough of these guys so that they can actually make an impact. I feel like 2 or 3, even 3 might not have been enough to really deal some damage. So let's go ahead and boost their firepower. Actually, yeah, that's fine with me. Go after this guy. I also just lost something else. I'm not sure what it was. Probably a, yeah, Munificent right there. That's fine. We need some more anti-fighter units. Let's go with another Eddie light cruiser. And that is all of the stuff. Okay, let's go with some elite fighters. I was going to bring in a CR-95, but I didn't have the space for it. So elite fighters, quickly get into the battlefield. Go after those X-Wings, Eddie light cruisers. Both y'all can go over here. Actually, just stop moving. You need to stop moving. Let's go Group 3. We did lose that refit Munificent, which is kind of sad. How are we doing over here? They're doing okay, but not nearly well enough. I think right now our biggest problem is just killing off these fighters. They have so many X-Wings and bombers. I'm going to go with, I guess, CR-95s, or what are you? What is your role? Role is a light destroyer. Let's bring in one, and then I guess we'll just bring in some more elite fighters. I need something to kill these DP-20s. Those are the sneaky units that are crushing me, I bet. Maybe I should push my Longhorns forward. Yeah, let's do that, actually. I don't think the Dreadnoughts are really going to be the things that are dealing a ton of damage to us. I don't know what the heck this guy's doing. He's going to die, probably. Uh-oh, I just lost IG-88. That's awkward. Alright, now I actually do need some more damage, because they have another MC-75 just sitting there. Probably going to lose that Providence. Okay, we've mopped up the rest of their fighters, so we're good in that department. I lost track of their DP-20s. They're over here now. And those DP-20s are so good with movement. But they have so many of them. Lost an Eddie Light Cruiser as well. How are we doing against him? Not bad, but not great either. Really wish I had some refit recusants so I can just push them in, kill off these guys. Okay, since he has shields, I just went with some guys for some torpedo action. Hit the hull of that unit. I don't know if that strategy worked, but might. Who knows? We're still on the edge of losing a lot of ships, which is kind of scary for me. I'm going to push my Coronas up because they don't need to be sitting back here doing nothing. All of my Longhorns are fine. Let's push you out of here. What is dealing so much damage? Oh, it's this thing. Let's target this with everything we have. See if we can kill it. Nope, it managed to kill off my guy really fast. Jeez. Lost that Providence as well. They had a really good variety of units in this battle, between capital ships and then the fighters that they had from the stations, as well as the DP-20s. They had a lot of variety in this battle, which I think is what really crushed me big time. I think now we can just kind of finish them off with a Magnator. Having the Magnator pull up. Just kind of group up my units. Magnator, you can go after this space station on your own. Still mopping up the rest of their fighters, which is rough, but nothing too bad. Oh, y'all are fine as well. You can push up, support the Magnator. Let's get my Longhorns over here to take out the rest of these Corvettes. So a battle, a tough one. Definitely one that I lost a lot of casualties, but you got to see a good little showcase of some of the new units. So I don't think that the Munificents necessarily performed too poorly in this battle. They definitely could have done a little bit better, but I think they actually did really good in the survivability aspect of them. Because I didn't necessarily take care of them very well. I kind of had them pushing all over the place, which isn't my fault. I mean, it's impossible to micromanage everything when you're not pausing the game. See if I can push him out of there. Why would you go that way? Just go that way, that's fine. Ah! You can also retreat. It looks like I lost actually all of my Munificents, so none of them survived. So you can see it does pile up some damage, but it's still like, I mean, that was 2 of them hitting it with everything and just not a ton of damage. You know, I get an ability, they get the full salvo ability. I have access to getting the full salvo ability, I just haven't done it yet. Also just lost both those fighter squadrons to this freaking thing. Why the heck did they build a laser defense station way back there? I don't know, that's the AI. I'm about to lose this curling gunboat because this stupid thing is invincible. I really wish I had access to some regular acclimators. I need like just some light turbo lasers. Is exactly what I need right now. He should be able to survive now that I got the Longhorns in there. Yeah. Those things don't stand a chance against Longhorns. Nice. So a heavy casualty battle, but they did have multiple ships. They just had such a perfect fleet composition. They had capital ships. They had two MC-75s and an MC-80. I think they ended up getting a second MC-75 as well for free. And then they had escort units as well as a bunch of DP-20s. And one of their twin blades actually managed to escape. I did take some serious casualties, but nothing more than I usually would. But a tough battle nonetheless. Alright, let's take a look at the ground battle of Sulis Von. Got the space station over Utapau now, so we're good there. Check that out. Utapau can actually build ship traders. But it can only have a level 2 space station, so that's really not all that useful. We need to continue working on our fleet. We actually opened up a lot of space because we just lost so much stuff. And that's hilarious. That's not exactly how you want to open up space, but what are you going to do? So we got some more units being going. Let's go ahead and have some Mark II droidicas being built. We'll test out these IGA-86 units, but I don't think they're going to be something I use a ton of. They don't have a build limit though, so maybe they actually are pretty good. Let's have, I guess, just an M1 be up there for now. What do they have? They don't have anything major on the ground, so let's just bring in some Mark IIs so we can test these guys out for the first time. I got some snipers, which is kind of scary. So, Sulis Von gives us powered engines, recovers 20% faster. That's good, but what's really good is taking it away from the Rebels, because they have a ton of Corvettes that have the powered engines ability. Sulis Von was home to the Republic shipyards, which were destroyed by the Sith during the Great Galactic War. You can see that's Old Republic. A millennia later, during the final years of the Republic, they became disgusted with the Galactic Senate, whom they blamed as the massively corrupt and causing galaxy-wide injustice. This planet was represented in the Galactic Senate by some guy and some lady, maybe, until 22 BBY. There's a ambulance, maybe, going by? I don't even know what that was. When Sulis Von seceded shortly before the Clone Wars, during the wars, Sulis Von was a separatist stronghold. I did not know that, actually. At the end of the Clone Wars, Sulis Von, as well as many other Confederate worlds, were besieged by Republic forces, but Sulis Von held off the Republic. Interesting. However, the civilians didn't fare well, as mass starvation broke out on the planet as a result of the Outer Rim sieges. Alright, moving on, we have refit droidicas, Mark II droidicas. They're pretty cool. They're really tanky. There's only 3 of them per unit. Really high health, really tanky units. They're a little bit slower. As you can see, their walking speed is slower. Their transitioning speed is much slower, which is very important to note. There's those snipers I was talking about. Those snipers have, holy cow, that was a lot of damage. And even their rolling speed is a lot slower as well. We're going to test them out in this battle. We also have these guys to test out as well at some point. What do I want to use in this battle? Probably just some AATs, so we can just kind of speed through this battle a bit. So if you actually look at the weapon systems, they have the defensive shield ability, which I don't have access yet to. I'm not going to get that ability soon. I'm going to get other technologies before it, because the defensive shield is really important for the Hutt Cartel, but I don't have the Hutt Cartel, so I'm going to prioritize other technologies before it. But speaking of the weapon systems, these guys have light laser cannons, medium ion cannons, which is pretty important to note. They actually have ion cannons, so I guess that makes them useful against enemy units that have shields, which I don't know if a ton of units have shields, but that's important to note, I guess. I really am curious to see if these guys can capture buildings. But look at that. Even the AATs are much faster than the droidicas. I want to see if these Mark IIs can capture points. I don't think that they can, which is why I brought in some Kalish warriors. I don't think that they can. but I'm very curious nonetheless. They got nothing over here, huh? Oh yeah, check that out. The AATs can just bypass that. Love that. That's very convenient. They can just float across the water. What do they got here? Take them out. They're about to get absolutely annihilated. Aw. That was underwhelming. But they are getting wrecked. So yeah, they do not capture. Regular Droidicas, I think, do capture. We'll have to test that out in a little bit. I think that they do capture stuff. Not 100% sure, though. Oh, I just punched my microphone. Sorry about that. Where are these guys going? Oh, we have a pretty big battle going on over here. I didn't even pay attention to that. Also, we do have something down here. What is this? Oh, it's just a mine. We don't need that. Hey, yo, we need that. That's a funny clip, if you know what clip I'm talking about, that Fortnite clip. What do I want to bring in? That's the real question. Not the Tauntaun. Not the Tauntaun. Kill it before it... Yeah. I was scared the Tauntaun was going to be able to use its ion grenade. Alright, what do I want to bring in? We still haven't decided yet. These guys are just shuttles, so they look tanky. And they look kind of scary, but they're not that tough. I guess we're going to have to wait till we get to Tiber Zahn before we have a unit that I feel like really, really packs a punch. Like, oh shoot. What do I need? I need some B1s in this battle. I need something that can, like, push forward and survive. Let me get some ATAP, which I need to build more of. And then probably just some, even like some infantry that has like missiles or something. I'm going to bring in, where'd he go? I saw him. There it is right here. Alright, B1s, get to pushing forward. You guys take cover. I don't want to lose you guys. Ooh, I thought my game was going to crash. Immediately start hitting this bunker turret, please. The bunker turret's going to go down. We have 6 AATs just lined up, shelling it with everything. So we finally have access to the fire gas grenades ability, which I heard was very, very strong. We're probably not going to have the option to use it in this battle, unless I really would have pushed them up. Uh-oh, I just activated that ability. So we're definitely not going to have the option to use that ability in this battle, because I just threw it away. Also, I lost IG-88C, which is very sad because I won't have access to using him in this battle. I would have loved to have had access to that. He has a refit AAT, and I really wanted to have the option of using him. But I lost him in the space battle. Sad times. Can you not die for me? Nope. Alright, thanks for asking. Let's keep pushing forward. So the Mark IIs are really fun because, like, they're really tanky. The only thing you really have to worry about is just how slow they are. If you go back in the beginning of this battle, like halfway through this battle, they got out of their shield form and pushed up, and then the bunker turret was probably one-shotting them. If they had a little bit of damage, they were probably getting one-shot by the bunker turret. So you got to be careful when you push them up and how you push them up. But they should be fine. Let me get some gas grenades over here. How does that even work? So it looks like they're pushing forward. I don't know how to get that to work. They probably have to be in much closer range. They're shooting their grenades, but the grenades aren't even doing anything. Well, that one did. Oh, I was like, what are y'all shooting at? Oh. Let me just get a bombing run right here. That's fine with me. Speed this up. Pretty good battle. That was a much better battle than the space battle. I didn't lose nearly as much stuff. I probably lost a couple of Mark IIs just because I had them pushing up and I did not know that they were going to have a bunker turret sitting there waiting for me. But I digress. They did have one sitting there waiting on me. My AATs to push over here as I spam the mouse. I don't know if y'all heard that. That was crazy. But I think we're going to have to wait, I guess, till we get to Tiber Zahn before we really have like tanks that just deal damage, and that's all they do is deal a ton of damage. I don't know why my voice sounds robotic. I don't know if y'all are hearing that. Something's like, I hope the recording comes out okay. Because when I was saying, yeah, I don't know if y'all hear that. I hear it. It's crazy. Okay, we didn't actually lose that much. Did I lose 2 of them? Yeah, I did end up losing 2 Mark IIs. I also lost those Kalish Warriors, which is kind of sad. On Silisbine, we can just build our regular stuff. We'll build a space station. We have access to ship refrigerators here, but nothing special. I also need to put a space station on this planet as well. Let's get some space forces over here just to hold off. And then that is good. Ubrikia is getting hit, which is kind of scary. Oh, jeez. It's a big fleet, too. I'm going to edit this battle out. It's just going to be a real quick battle. I might kill some stuff, but we'll see what happens right after this battle. So we didn't manage to kill off any major ships. However, they, for some reason, like suicided in all 5 of their Umbarans. But they had 2 MC-80 Freedoms that like perfectly, actually had 3. They like perfectly staggered their project shield, bubble shield abilities to where I just didn't have a chance to kill off anything. In this battle, however, look at the layout of their ships. 4 capital ships, 3 AAFs, and no real escort units. So, call me crazy. This is a really good fleet for taking this fleet on. What we're going to do is we're going to send my fleet over to Nimban. But I'm actually going to pull some of the units back from here. I'm going to bring my bombers. I'm going to bring my bombers from this battle. As well as I still need something that could take on AAFs. I need something that performs the role of a Longhorn, but against frigates and cruisers that are thin and small and hard to hit. Probably need some like Providences for that. They have medium close range turbo lasers. I just want the Providences for the shields and the tankiness as well as the fighters they provide. So let's bring up the bombers. And then I don't know what else we need. We need something else. I don't know if maybe we should bring the Magnator. Or so I don't think that would be very useful. I just need more units, man. I can't believe we've already lost so many capital ships in this freaking episode alone. Alright, let's go and bring up the bombers. I think the bombers are going to perform very well in this battle and be exactly what we need. We just don't have access to a whole lot. We need to get C back, that's for sure. That would really help us out. So let's go ahead and do that. When we get paid, we'll go ahead and get C. IG-8 C. And then, I don't know when we're going to be able to do this battle. Because it's going to be a while before I feel like we have a big enough fleet. I don't think right now, even with the bombers. I don't know what that was. But okay, they have an Executor being done, but that Bellator just got built. That's not terrifying. So far, the Rebels have really only been the faction that's attacked us. I believe, yeah, I talked about this in the last episode, but I feel like because the AI just doesn't attack these neutral worlds, like the Empire just has not had access to attack me yet. Now, they do have a pretty big fleet being built up here, but it's mostly just been a bunch of Rebels attacking me so far. The ground battle over Brikia has already taken place. With that being said, I just don't think that we need to worry too much to try and take on this fleet right now. I still have a space station over Tordaria. I still have a space station over Nimban. I'm not vulnerable to like losing my ship traders or anything like that. So right now, we'll just hold off until we invest a little bit more into our fleet. We can start off by building him. And then we need some more ships in our main fleet as well. Did I already build the space station here? I did. Perfect. Alright, with that said, we can continue on with our push towards the west. Let's go ahead and take on Polis Massa next. And then we could probably take Navarro and then come back and take on Clactor 7. And then we'll have to figure out what we're doing from there. That means we can push up our ground forces as well. So IG-88 is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I haven't really given my final thoughts yet on whether or not I think he's any good. We still have a lot more technology that I need to steal, but we're out of money right now. We're actually having some money issues. Really wish I had some more space casinos, but what are you going to do? Also, we need to do this mission. Let's try and kill off a few more things. Hopefully that Black Sun mercenary I just killed counts towards that. I'm not sure if it will or not. What are you building right now? I don't know why I canceled that, whatever. Looks like the rebels just took a battle on Renvar. Where's Renvar at? Did I pass it? No. Where's Renvar? I thought Renvar was over here somewhere. Oh, it's right there, you idiot. So it looks like the Empire and the rebels are still attacking each other. Unless Renvar was a neutral planet, which I'm not sure. But here we go with the Battle of Polis Massa. Just a couple of space stations. Shouldn't be too difficult. And then we'll go on from there. Polis Massa does provide the Alliance Army Support Platoons and Army Support Trooper Platoons with 10% cheaper prices due to the medical expertise of Polis Massa. I love Polis Massa. It doesn't have a ground battle, which is kind of sad because of my old beloved Battlefront 2 days, but that's okay. Polis Massa was once an arid, habitable, barren planetoid with originally the homeworld of the origin of the little-known alien civilization, which dwelt in the underground cities such as that city. Polis Massa was later struck by a mysterious cataclysm. This natural disaster destroyed the planet and formed a field of asteroids which remain known as Polis Massa, especially the largest of them. That civilization disappeared. I love the backstory of Star Wars. But that's pretty crazy that some cataclysm destroyed it. We should be able to just kind of play bully ball in this battle, which is like a magnet or a couple of refit Venators, and then probably just go crazy with a bunch of fighter units. Let's get some elite fighters up in here. We'll go some M1s over here on this side, and then I'm gonna go with some refit acclimators, and then we'll wait up before I bring in anybody else. Probably go with some heavy Carillion gunboats. Yeah, just like that. Bully ball is working very well. Taking some casualties, taking some damage over here. You can stop. Why the heck did you use that over there? Probably because I never told y'all to actually target this thing. Oh, by the way, the composite beam actually can switch targets like that. I don't know if y'all saw that. It's pretty funny to me. Let's spread you guys out of what y'all are targeting. The heck happened to my other N1? Oh wow, look at that. CR90, or that's a DP20. DP20 is just running through our ranks. Why aren't y'all doing anything? Go kill this. Hopefully we won't lose this Venator. That'd be kind of rough. Now that we've done some damage, yeah, you know what we really need? We really need some refit Recusants. Once we get those guys in here, I'll feel pretty good about ourselves. Just bring in a couple of Longhorns to perform that role. I'm very excited to switch to Zyberzine. I thought I would be a bit more of a fan of what what's his name has to provide us, but he doesn't have any sort of tanks. So it's like, cool, B1s, B2s, and Droids especially are pretty cool, but I mean, I'm looking for some tanks in my life. Probably just because I'm so tank starved because of Tiberzine. Or not Tiberzine, but because of Caesar. I'm like literally tank starved. I just want some tanks in my life. But what the reason why I really want to go to Tiberzine is so I can get some Kiltron frigates. Some Kiltron frigates, some of those dungeon ships, I think would be fantastic. At least for now, we have Longhorns that are still very capable at their job. Looks like our elite fighters did very, very well in this battle. It's very curious to see. I really put them under the microscope in this battle because I did not bring any Coronas, no Eddie light cruisers, no CR95s, nothing like that. I really put them under the microscope in this battle. With that being said, let me get them all grouped up over here, and then we'll bring in the M1s over here as well, just so that they can group up. They're probably taking some casualties at this point in the battle, so I want to make sure that they are safe from being lost. When technology that I thought about purchasing was the overcharged reactor, that would be pretty solid, especially since they would also go towards this as well. But I ended up going with the composite beam, which is fun. What is dealing damage to you? They have something with long-range weapons. Can you push that way? And then give me my... Oh, perfect, they're retreating. I was actually kind of close to losing this. What is it that's shooting you? Something way over here. I don't know. Maybe a space station, because it didn't look like they had anything. That was a fun battle. I really enjoyed that. I felt like our fighters actually really did a good job, which is not something that I felt so far. We did end up losing one of the assault fighters, probably that one at the very far left before I sent the reinforcements over there. We'll slap a space station on it, and then we'll start to take on Navarro and Clackdoor 7 in the next episode. So stay tuned for that, as well as we are going to have to worry about this big fleet over Bricia before they can continue on pushing. But that'll be it in the next episode.